Week 2 is all about fleshing out the story. And we're going to start by looking at the social and cultural context of the time and place at which your story took place. We're going to start with the global, national context, and we're going to go to the personal context. So part 1 of this assignment is more global and national, and part 2 is more personal. Remember, this is still a rough draft. A lot of new writers want to polish and clean and tighten, and we don't want you to do that at all. We just want you to create and come from a very loose and creative place with this. A lot of people come to me when they get the first assignment and say, but I can't remember anything from when I was 11 years old. So I've written this story and it's bare boned because I don't remember anything. Well, this is what week 2 is about. It's about jogging the memory. And as I give you exercises to do, you'll find that organically memories do come back. This is not just good for memoir writers, which it really is. It's also good for fiction writers, because even though we're using a personal story, fiction writers have to do this too. They have to learn how to immerse themselves in the time and place of their story. As you immerse yourself in the time and place of the story, you immerse your reader in the time and place of your story, and you pull them in. So, for example, if you're writing a novel about medieval Welsh society, which one of my clients is, how does she immerse herself in medieval Wales so that it comes across with authenticity and integrity and compels the reader as well? So that's what we're going to do. So part 1 of this week's assignment is the global national context. What I want you to do is to go online and just type in the date of your story, 1976 is mine, and see what images come up. Look at politically what was going on in 1976, culturally what was going on at that time, musically, artistically, whatever floats your boat. So for me, it was a lot of the images that came up were Richard Nixon, end of the Vietnam War. It was The Who. It was David Bowie. It was tie-dye. It was peace signs. It was psychedelia. It was Charlie's Angels, Kojak. And so as I look at all of these images, I start to get a broader context to my story. And just for now, let it float around inside your psyche. How is this affecting your actual storytelling? You don't have to nail this one on the head yet. First, we're just letting it sink in to see if it might not affect your understanding of your story, your understanding of the context of your story, and perhaps your shifting in how you write it. For now, all you have to do is research. This is the research phase of what was going on politically and globally during the time of your story. I'm a very visual person. For me, looking at the pictures really jogs my memory. You may be a more of an oral learner, so you may want to listen to The Who or whatever music was going at that time of your story. You may want to listen to the music. You may want to wear the tie-dye t-shirt. I don't know, whatever it is that starts to immerse yourself and get you really deeply back into the story. So that's step 1. step 2 is much more of a personal look at the context of your story. So what you're going to do here is start to look for pictures of yourself at that age, pictures of your family at that age, your town, the area in which it took place, perhaps even if you had a picture of the living room, if it took place in the living room. A lot of people may not have access to those kind of pictures, but if you do, start with that and start to create a photo file of those pictures. What I recommend for people is to have a file, a physical file, and to put their research and information and images into that file. You may, for the purposes of this course, let's just use a digital file on your computer and use digital images because they're easier to share that way and everything, and just put them in that folder. So, as you'll see, you'll have a few pictures of yourself and a few pictures of perhaps the family home. You may not have as much as you want. So what I recommend is to go on Google Images and just type in 1976 Jefferson City, Missouri. That's what I might type in, 1970s Missouri. And I might see if images come up of my town or of different neighborhoods that also help to feed and jog this memory. So basically what we're trying to do is really start to immerse ourselves in our own personal context. Now again, going back to what kind of learner you are. You may be an oral learner, visceral, more tactile learner, so you may want to listen to the music that your parents listen to. In my house, it was farm reports, and so I actually found a online radio that did farm reports, and I listened to that, and it really helped bring me back into the story. You can understand why I'm saying don't pick trauma, because we're going to immerse ourselves in our stories and we don't want you to re-traumatize yourself. But also, one of the things I'd like to suggest is food. Eating the types of food that you had growing up can really jog the memories. Smells can do that, and oftentimes cooking the food will. All of these things can help you to pull the story back to you. The reason, again, that we're doing this is if you're writing a memoir, this is what you need to do, and it can be emotionally difficult. I will tell you, it can be emotionally difficult. But also, if you're a novelist, you need to do this if, like I said, you're writing about medieval Wales. Well, you'll want to figure out, is there some way to look at what kind of food they ate and eat it? There's no better way to make yourself viscerally present in your work. Okay, best of luck this week. Please email if you have any questions, and this is a prime opportunity to go online and post the photos of yourself or the cultural context. It depends on how personal you want to get. We'll leave that up to you. But of course, the global cultural context, is not too personal, and it's some great images that you can post to the Facebook forum and create a paradigm of sharing in the Facebook forum. Thank you so much. Good luck.
Light Right, the toy that lets create beautiful pictures with light. Work with colorful pegs that glow with light. Light bulb not included. Make people, animals, and with refills, Bugs Bunny or Bozo the Clown. You can make lots of pretty pictures with Light Bright from Hasbro.